Why am I so reliant on other people instead of relying on myself? Low-key, high-key, I am a hater. Nikishapata mapenzi when I'm in love. I am codependent. I'm not going to deny that is a fact. Why? And that's why I'm very picky with the people I let in my life. That feeling will humble you. In the past, I was dependent on someone who was not good for me.
It's 8:57 p.m.
I love how this color looks. My self-worth went from like here all the way down here. The grass is green where you water it. I'm dealing with everything at once. That is a mere orange flag. Nobody is ever going to make me sacrifice my self-worth or the way I love myself just to make them comfortable. Sometimes storms are meant to press you and not destroy you. Sense is not there when you're in love. Like sense goes out of the window.
We are headed to New York.
But when it comes to love, who can tell you anything? Nobody. Somebody said love is not blind, it is deaf. I'm grateful for the struggle bus moments. The grass is always looking green on the other side until you go to the other side and that grass is dry. What if we are choosing to be unhappy? We are here with vlog number 3 of the month. I've been consistent in filming these vlogs. However, I've not been consistent in editing or posting the vlog. I'm yet to edit February's vlog. I've recorded quite a bit. I'm gonna start editing it this weekend, hopefully. And then here we are with March's vlog. Hi! If it's your first time seeing my face, mambo, karibu kwetu. If you're a returning subscriber or watcher, hey, so nice to see you again. Thank you for coming back. It is March 4. I'm already the whole of February was a mess for me. And I told a friend of mine, March will be great. And then today, it was just so bad. But we made it, so we thank God. And we thank the friends who listen to us when we are spiraling and who help us to just center ourselves and remind ourselves we can make it through it and we should not let our thoughts or anything else consume us. So shout out to those friends. Talking about friends, I wrote this down in the hopes that I might post this post tomorrow. But basically, I was having a conversation with a friend this morning. We're going to have friend 1 and friend 2. I was having a conversation with friend 1 this morning, and they did bring up the fact that I am codependent. When they said that, I was like, what? What are you talking about? I was very defensive, but then I thought about it and I was like, it's probably true. Thing is, this particular friend, regardless what they say, I know it comes from a place of love. They'll never say anything with bad intent or anything to be hurtful. That for some reason made me start thinking and overthinking and stuff like that. I start questioning why am I so reliant on other people instead of relying on myself? Started questioning what happens when those people are no longer available or they've transitioned different levels in their lives and they can't offer the same availability they were able to currently or in the past. And I just spiraled. I was like, I don't get why I keep seeking all these attachments to people instead of focusing on being attached to myself. It messed me up so bad. I got to the point whereby I was at work and I started crying. I am so mad. I've been so mad at myself. I'm mad at a lot of things. I'm mad at myself mostly because I got myself to this point. Nobody else is to blame but myself. But with that being said, nobody else is responsible for getting me out of this place other than myself, and that's work I have to put on. Anyway, we're sidetracking. So I started analyzing stuff and overanalyzing them, and I just got in my head so much. After that, friend 1 was referring to the fact that I was dependent on friend 2. So I spiraled, I cried, I journaled. It got to the point whereby people were praying and I could feel tears about to drop. I would wipe the tears from my eyes. And at that point, I just went ahead and reached out to friend 2. And I was like, I thought that March, I told friend 2, March is my year to be happy and be okay. Because February was all about being sad, being miserable, crying yourself to sleep and stuff like that. But March is my turnaround month. And then I was like, it's only March 4 and I'm already drained. and whatnot. And then I explained to her how I was feeling this way. And I also explained to the fact that I brought the whole dependency or codependency. But before I did that, I went ahead and Googled the meaning of codependent. And turns out those qualities, I possess a lot of them. So I was like, that person was not wrong. And so I explained it to her. And her reasoning to the whole thing was that she understands where I was coming from, but then as much as I depend on her, she depends on me as well. Like, I go to her to help me stay centered, to just remind me, yo, you got this. Remember ABCD, try ABCD, and that helps me out. And then if she's going through a hard time, she'll come to me and she'll talk to me and I'll suggest this or that, and we'll just try to talk through it. And I hope that helps her as well. So she was like, this is not a one-sided thing. As much as you're depending on me, I'm also depending on you. And that gave me so much relief. Well, she also mentioned that some people might view it as a sign of weakness, but the fact that you can be able to depend on someone, to be vulnerable to someone, that on its own is a sign of strength. I thought about it and I was like, I am codependent. I'm not going to deny that is a fact. And that's why I'm very picky with the people I let in my life, because I know how much I will depend on them and how much I want them to depend on me. Before, I thought of it as a negative thing. This is such a terrible thing. But now I think of it as an okay thing. It's just part of who I am. And I just have to make sure I have healthy boundaries with my codependency. In the past, I was dependent on someone who was not good for me. My self-worth went from like here all the way down here. And now I'm trying to bring it up slowly. And it is draining. It is exhausting. It is just a sad, sad journey. And trust me when I tell you, nobody is ever going to make me feel that type of way again. Nobody is ever going to make me sacrifice my self-worth or the way I love myself just to make them comfortable. It is never going to happen again in my lifetime. So help me God. That was my little rat fun today. I'm a little bit hungry. I'm going to go look for food. Income edit as a meeting. I'll see you around. Multitasking 101. Something about editing is that to render the files, it takes forever. So each time I have a task to do, I will start transferring the files into Final Cut and create a project and then have them rendering while I'm doing my other task. That way I don't have to sit idle just waiting for it. The task for today will be to make my bed and just give a life update. So let's get into it. It's currently 10:25 p.m. I think I'm finally starting to feel somewhat back to normal. The way I'll be referring to friend 1 and friend 2 in most of my videos, it's about to be crazy. But friend 1 has this habit of saying that one of the things I kept saying was the fact that I'm just not normal. I'm not your ordinary girl. I am a very unique being. I guess that's a good and bad thing. But then we came to realize during conversations that normalcy is overrated and normal does not exist. That's to say that I feel like I'm getting back to being myself in one form or another, and it does feel good. Part of me feels like the worst is behind me, and then the other part is like waiting for the other shoe to drop, but hoping it never drops. We are kind of living on the edge. That is life. It will always find a way to keep us on our toes. Anyway, so back to things I've been learning as I am healing and rediscovering myself. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I have really been embracing the let them theory, right? Basically, for me, it just simply means that people will be people. I might love it or I might dislike it. I have no control of how other people choose to operate. What I have decided to do, I will tell myself, just let them be. This is a choice they have made, and that is okay. Now I have to choose what I'm going to do about it. It has taken me about a month to even just grasp it. I still don't feel like I fully mastered it, but I think it's a really great concept, especially for people who are overthinkers or people who have issues with attaching and detaching. That really helps a lot. And then another way I've learned how to cope with so many aspects of life, because I feel like I'm dealing with everything at once. And I think that's what frustrates me and drains me the most. Had I been dealing with one at a time, I might have been fine. The fact that I'm dealing with detachment, I'm dealing with disappointment in myself and in others, whether it's warranted or unwarranted. I am dealing with loss. I am dealing with learning and rediscovering myself, which I think that's been the toughest aspect of it. I am dealing with what do you call that? What do you call that when you compare yourself with others? Imposter syndrome. It's been a lot, to say the least, but we are powering through it. I've also learned that if someone irritates me or I feel some type of way towards somebody, I choose to pray about them and pray for them. For instance, if I am so many things on this bed, if I'm detaching from someone, I've been praying for God to give them the desires of the heart, give them a happy and satisfied life. And that just has helped me in one way or another. Maybe that's something you could try out. If you're trying to forgive somebody who has hurt you and you don't know where to start, maybe just start by praying for them. It has worked for me. It might work for you as well. Another thing that I have learned during this period is that sometimes storms are meant to press you and not destroy you. And I feel like that's what's happening in my life right now. Whatever I'm going through was necessary because I had lost my way so much. This was kind of a wake-up call. So definitely, I view this as a cleansing and not something that to destroy me, and it has shifted my perspective a lot. It has helped me a lot. I'm somewhat done with making my bed. I don't have a lot of energy, so whatever is left has to be done on another day because I gotta sleep and get to work tomorrow. I really have to wind down because I'm already late.
Excuse me, Mr. Driver, where are you heading to? We are headed to New York, Manhattan,
New York City.
We have 3.5 hours to go.
Our other crew. It is a full car today. It is fully packed. We're occupying all seats, as you can see. I'm the co-driver, and this is my job. Thank you very much.
Moja ambayo ni ya pekee ni mkute president alafu atoke wakaribisha.
Shirikiana na Thomas mara nyingi. Thomas watu wakimpigia shida ya nini anamwambia Thomas kusaidia.
Niko kaka Jofu video. Ni wewe.
Yeye ndiye anatumia kwa sababu
mimi fikiri ni uko kwa publishing kama ndio traffic ni hapo kia huko. Ilikuwa ni accident.
Kijani sana.
I don't have it.
Maybe the background music should be that is
Eh? Watalezi. Watalezi kivipi?
tellement qu'il y a du
Okay, paparazzi. Paparazzi. Oh, NYPD. Pigeni picha po. I'm the one recording. Just focus on pictures. Fireball.
Ya chini hivi. Onekane kwa juu.
Pictures. NYPD.
Three transfers available. The A and L transfers also to the M4.
Open to public, open 24 hours.
Fur babies. Here. It matches your cardigan. What does WTC mean?
World Trade Center.
Oh! So no, I keep asking that.
I didn't think that's There it is, right here.
You're right here. I see her. Ini nilikuwa kwa wakati wa 9/11 au strike a pose. Kuna rangi ambayo huipendi? Ipi? Really?
Or E3 transfers available. So the A and L train transfers also.
Big check. Right. Moment of from TJ Maxx.
This is World Trade Center
Alina.
transfer
Back
available
Back Kate Spade.
and W train.
Camera Canon. On iPhone.
An accessible station. The
Watch
other bus
Swift 10.
Great.
Another watch. Apple Watch.
Apple Watch.
Faith from my mama.
I didn't hear that.
And my box. And God. And skincare. Makeup.
Kirejea zizini mwake na asifia, hakuita zizini, wakaribishe wote zizini mwa Bwana. Mungu wetu kusamehe, tena akisamehe, ayasamehe mambo yote na historia. That son is playing tricks with me. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I sat down and filmed a video. My vlogging has not been very consistent, but I'm getting back on track. I'm starting to feel much better. Currently editing February's vlog and share. See, I talked a lot on that vlog. I talked my heart out. But what I was saying, it was legit. Like, it is meaningful. It's just like a lot of vulnerability, to say that word. And I don't know if I'm going to post that or not. But I'm going to finish editing it. And I hope I will post, if not everything, most of the items. So I have a candle warmer. I got it as a present for Christmas. And when I tell you candles are not going anywhere when I use that candle warmer, life changing. So I got two more. One is going to be for like the kitchen area. And I know my sister would want one as well. So one will be for her. Here is the first one. It's a bit tinier than the one I have. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Here's the second one. This one is a bit cuter. This one will go in my sister's room more. I am 7 days away from going back on TikTok and I'm working on, what do you call it? I'm working on the content I will film when I get back, or I will post when I get back. So I'm planning to film that content today, or no, actually on Sunday. And yeah, I'm excited, but I'm a bit, a few things that were triggering me, and that's why I kind of went out of TikTok. Plus, I was also like doom scrolling a lot, so I was like, let me get out of that. And I don't know if I'm over those triggers, I am healed, or just because those triggers are not there anymore, so I feel like I'm healed. But we'll figure it out one way or another. We are gonna forge forward. We're gonna go back and start posting and be serious about our content, because whomst are we? We are people who get back. Sense is not there when you're in love. Like, sense goes out of the window, and that applies to me as well. Me, sense flies out of the window nikishapata mapenzi, when I'm in love. So though this couple, homegirl, went there, they had boundaries. The point was to test the relationship and see if it survives. Her boyfriend, she cheated on her with 2 people, and then after that she was like, I don't have any resentment, I don't feel bad about it. And then eventually he came and retracted it back again after seeing her crying and being sad. And when tell me why this girl went to the final, what do you call it, when it came to make the final decision, she was like, eventually, first of all, she was like, I choose myself. I'm going to walk out of here alone. Me, for a fact, I knew that girl is going to stick with that boy. Because stupidity. Somebody said in a podcast I was listening, somebody said, love is not blind, it is deaf. You don't hear. You don't hear. You'll see all the signs. You'll see all the red flags. But you said red what? We are painting. We are colorblind. We are not seeing red anymore. That is a mere orange flag. It is a faded red. It's not very bright. It's a faded red. Please keep proceeding. And where, at the end of the day, that girl left with that man and they're still together. Hey, Aki, I was so mad at her. And then another girl, shame. She was with somebody. That somebody was not at her level. That somebody had no plans and things like that. And she's been trying to help him to make plans and trying to see the potential, like grow him, help him to grow. But he does not want to grow. This boy sat down and told her, me, I don't want to grow. Me, I don't want to get better. You want betterment for me. I don't want betterment for myself. And I'm never going to want that. So we're not on the same path. I said, life will humble you. Life will humble you. So that one too, I feel like if he said he was going to try to work it out, she would have worked it out with him. But he chose some other girl. And then turns out, even after choosing the other girl, it never even lasted, because the thing is with those Temptation Island, you're choosing somebody after knowing them for like a couple of weeks, versus a relationship you've had for like 1 year to 2 years. Why? The grass is always looking green on the other side until you go to the other side and that grass is dry. So that's what happens in those shows. So yeah, let's talk about things I've been loving. I've started reading this book. It's called Flowers on the Moon, and I know I'm going to finish it pretty quickly. This is by the author Billy Chapata. Today I saw this book here, and this is by the author Courtney Peppernell. I love her poetry books. A Month of Sundays, and this is going to be my next read. I've been loving this devotional. I am on day 31, and whatever devotional I'm reading for that day, I need it. Like, it's not even planned. It just works out that way. We have this devotional, and it's called Have a Beautiful, Terrible Day by Kate Bowler. I'll put a picture of the other devotional that I have of her. The thing is, her devotionals are very few, but she has another book. So when I saw this, I was like, need to get this, because the other one, I'm almost done with them. So this one is gonna come in very handy. That's my little update.
Mpenzi karibu, nimekuwa na kungoja, roho yangu imeamua, for better or for worse, tutaishi kwa umoja, mimi na wewe milele. Mpenzi karibu, ambia wazazi na shukuru, kwa njia nzuri wamekulea. Mola tusaidie, tuishi kwa upendo, mimi na wewe milele.
This candle warmer is something that I've been recently obsessing over, to the point whereby I got one for my sister and I got one for the kitchen, and would highly recommend that you get one of this. Your candles will last you a lifetime. I've been burning this candle basically almost on a daily basis, and look at that. When I turn it off, all that, it freezes up, and when I turn it back on, it just resumes back to normal. So basically, that candle is going to be endless unless I want to change the scent. Other than that, candle businesses are about to run out of business because these candles are not going anywhere. We should just make this, when you see these shots, just know I'm about to talk your ear off and just have a little rant. There's so many things I have to go through. I need to do that. I need to do some unboxings. I need to clean up my room. This is just my reset today. I recently posted the video, the one where I'm oversharing about my life. Surprisingly, it did much better than I expected. I've had people comment. There's this particular girl, love her. She commented, she's like, we are so the same. And basically her whole point was that we'd rather not cut off people that we should be cutting off. Instead, we continue to tolerate them because we're the kind of people, first of all, we don't have that many friends. So imagine cutting off the little friends that you have. Life will always humble you. And I feel like everybody has a breaking point. And once you reach that breaking point, you'll have no other option. And when that happens, that thing can be devastating. It will drain you. But once you're through that, you'll be a badass. Life has been lifing. I feel like I know for a fact I'm getting better. This past week, I have been very consistent with journaling. The only day I didn't journal and do my devotional was yesterday. I was also supposed to be filming today, but obviously that has not been happening. I woke up pretty late. And also yesterday, we did head out for dinner, for birthday dinner. And that was actually pleasant. I had forgotten how it feels to be outside. I don't think January or February I have been outside anywhere. That was nice. And maybe that's something I'll be doing more of in April because basically March is about to end and I've still been indoors because I'm that indoor girly. Let's talk about things I've picked up recently. These were picked up from somewhere I should not have been shopping, but this little shirt here, it says, show more love. Perfect. I also picked up this shirt here. I have no clue who the lady on the shirt is, but it's a pretty oversized shirt. It's from the brand Legendary Roots, and this is a size 3X. This is going to be one of my chill at home shirts. Am I the only one who gets confused the difference between a shirt and a t-shirt? This I picked up a while back because I can't remember the last time I was at TJ Maxx. Hey, isn't this dope? Look at this mug. The day you'll be seeing me with this mug, I got this bookmark. So cute. I also got this bookmark as well. These, I got them from a bookstore in Chelsea Market. And yay, cute items. I also got some colored pencils. Oh, these are a lot. Here is set 1. Here is set 2. I probably need to put this in our pouch. The coloring book is called A Very Good Coloring Book by Tabitha Brown. Ain't that cute? It's coming together. Very basic, very calming, and all I did was sing. I didn't think as much, which was the whole point of it. I love how this color looks. This is the exact aesthetic I was going for. Let's try. I think this is ester. The material is polyester. Oh. This actually feels quite good. Oh, this is nice. I don't know if it's big enough though. Maybe I should have gone for a king. On second thought, I even have pillowcases. It just might be. It is perfect. Now let's go wash this and have it ready to be spread in my bed.
It's 8:57 p.m.
This reel I came across today. Let me see if I can play it and it can be heard.
Got pregnant, you found out he was married and lied about it. You still married him anyway because you wanted this white picket fence dream. Y'all decide to move in together, end up being homeless. You find out that he lied about even having a job and was cheating on you in the process. You find out there's a girl with the same name as his sister is pregnant. Her friend is pregnant. You've had another kid by this point. So you got 2 kids. Your mom comes looking for you. She comes and takes your first kid to try to give you some sort of break. And y'all move into this new house. You find out that he's fully, officially cheating.
That was the only time I found out he was cheating. Okay. That was when?
That was when you found out. Y'all were in the house. She called. You picked up the phone.
2 kids later.
You kick him out. He leaves, however that works out, for a little bit. But you decide you want to work on your marriage in spite of. And obviously, he did not leave the girl alone because she's coming to y'all's house with an axe. But he closed
her foot in the door.
So she calls the police. Okay. That was a good recap.
That was.
Got to 11 extremely ultra red flags. But when it comes to love, who can tell you anything? Nobody. My comforter is finally washed and clean. It does feel a bit wet, so maybe let me let it hang out there for a while. Talking of in terms of my healing journey, I think I am better. I'm not where I would like to be, and that's okay. But I am feeling so much better than I was when I was filming that February vlog. February was rough, but March has been gracious to me, and I'm telling you, God has come through for me in so many ways. Let me say this, another vulnerable moment, a little bit vulnerability here. Have you ever woken up and there's no good morning text? There's no how you're doing. You're coming out of work. There's no one to tell you, like, I'm headed home, I'm going to work. No one to tell them that I arrived home safely. That feeling will humble you. But then again, there are days I sit down and I'm like, when I used to have that, sometimes it felt like a burden. Now that I don't have it, I miss it, but I'm better off. Like, I prefer this version of it than the other version because the other version was a little bit unhealthy for me. Maybe that's why I prefer this version. Do I still miss it? Unfortunately, yes, some days. Like today, I got out of work, I was talking to ducks. I was like, oh, me and you are the same. We got nobody to text and be like, yo, we're on our way home. Nobody to check on and be like, are you okay? Nobody to text us good morning. So I was like, duck, I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. I love you. That's where my life has been. That's where life has gotten me. The last little aspect of this little update moment is that I am learning, low-key, high-key, I am a hater. Not like hate in a malicious way. Hater in a way that if I'm seeing somebody succeeding, at the back of my mind, I'm wondering, why can't that be me? When will my time come? How come it's always working out for them but not me? Or I wish this and that. I wish this could be me. I wish it could be my turn. And there was this girl, what's her name? Oh, I forgot her name. But she was explaining that she has a friend who understands that. And sometimes she has to tell her friend, maybe I have to put distance from you because at the moment, your success is causing me to, what do you call that? That word keeps escaping me all the time. It's causing some imposter syndrome. And sometimes you're just unable to celebrate other people's wins because your life is not where you want it to be. And that's okay. But then at the same time, I'm trying to work on being able to clap for others as I wait for my turn. Also, I learned from my devotional today that it takes 10 minutes for a thought to formulate into a concept in your brain. So if you get a negative thought in your mind, you have 10 minutes to rewire that negative thought into something positive before it becomes a negative thought and it builds a whole village based on, let's say village or concept based on that negative thought. Next time you're having a negative thought, you've got 10 minutes to think of it in a positive way or to rewire that negative thought into something positive. Bam! I will see you tomorrow. One of my new favorite songs is this one here by the Red Clay Strays, Wondering Why. Such a good listen. If you like country music, you'll love this song. Even if you don't like country music, if you're a lover girl or a lover boy, you will love this song. If you're looking for something new to listen to this song. We have a little unboxing to finish the video. We have come to the end of March's vlog. Yay! Applause. Now, thoughts for the day. Today I was reading my devotional and it posed the question that what if we are choosing to be unhappy? And then when I read that, I remember a conversation I had. Remember when I brought up the issue about friend 1 and friend 2? So the conversation I had with friend 2, they pointed out that I was a bit pessimistic. And I was like, am I pessimistic or that I'm preparing myself? Like I am setting myself up to not be disappointed. And then the concept of cynicism came about in the devotional. And I think I'll have the definition here, but I think it has to do with that to some extent. And so I came to realize that I tend to be very optimistic with the people I love and care about, and then very pessimistic with myself. Is it healthy? 100% not. I am trying to be better at that. The only thing I want to do is that I want to have a balance between my pessimism and my optimism. I don't want to be too optimistic whereby I'm unrealistic, and I don't want to be too pessimistic to the extent whereby I become a cynist. Is cynist the word? A cynist? Or I stop enjoying the simple pleasure of life because of my pessimism. You can already get what this is. I was watching Married at First Sight Australia, and basically the whole concept is that these couples are matched up by experts, and they've never met their partner until the day they go on the altar, and then you're into the experiment. I don't know for how long, for a certain period of time. And then this particular episode that I watched today was at the end of, it's like the last challenge before the experiment ends. And so these couples have been together for, let's say, maybe 3, 4, 5 months. And then the last task was that they're given the option to go on a date with one of the potentials that the experts were going to match them up with. And some of them went. I think only one couple didn't go. And then the second couple, the guy went, the woman did not go. And then the third couple, they both went. And the fourth couple, they both went. This quote came from one of the couple that is narcissistic. She's just, I don't understand. She's delusional, but people entertain her delusions. So maybe I'm the one who's delusional. Basically, she said the grass is green where you water it. And I was like, yo, that makes sense. For the partners who went on the date, I was like, why would you sacrifice the growth you've had, especially if you're in a good place? Why do you sacrifice the growth you've had with your partner for all this time just for somebody you're meeting basically today? And you're out here saying that we would have been a great match. This is a great person. I never get it. I just never get it. That's just me. Now that I have a lot of time in my hands, this is not the color I thought it would be. Another documentary that I watched was Con Mom. The characters in this documentary, we have the mother with the con artist, and her name is Dion. We have the son, Graham, and the wife, Heather. Now, this mother has been out of Dion has been out of Graham's life for 45 years. And then during COVID, she abruptly appears talking about she's about to die. She has 3 different types of cancers, this and that. This is an 80-something-year-old woman. And then she starts paying for things, but eventually runs out of money. And then she starts borrowing from her son. Her son, Graham, went into debt for £100,000 just to sustain her mother's lifestyle. Mind you, she's not the only person. He's not the only person she was scamming. She was scamming this other business. 2 business owners. One was a company that was going to make life-changing innovations for cancer treatment. And then the other one, it was a company that was going to be like an Amazon for luxury items. That's what they said it was, I think. She scammed both of them. These people, one of them spent 80K on them. The other one spent something roughly around the same price. And she scammed the livelihood out of those people. And so, eventually, Graham thought that this was not truly his mother, because why would your mother do that to you? Turns out he does a DNA test, and turns out that is actually his birth mother. And she intentionally decided to con her son. They come to find out she is not dying. The medication she was taking was for diabetes and stuff. It was not for cancer. And at the end of the video, at the end of the documentary, she goes and talks to me. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I know it's already done. There's nothing I can do about it to change it, but I'm sorry. And it was like, sorry, mother, that's it. But watch the documentary. Do you think the wife kept telling Graham that the mother was a scammer? And Graham couldn't believe it because, again, he wanted the mother's love. But, it was sad. Anyways, do you think the wife stayed with him? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, this is the bag that I got. Can we see it? So this here is the bag that I got. I'm actually not mad about it. Yeah, I can still put my charms here. Is it fashionable? No, but it will carry what I want it to carry. And I think it's just a nice classic little bag. I tend to be very indecisive, so I might change my mind after this. But for now, I think I'm going to keep it. I actually like it. Let me share some of my favorite YouTubers. I've been really enjoying these poetry books, so I will end the video with this one. This month has been better than February, and I know April for a fact will be much better than March. And I'm grateful for so many things. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful I'm this far in my healing journey. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for strangers that I come across in real life and online. I am grateful for my devotional. I'm grateful for books like this. I'm grateful for the struggle bus moments because I feel like those make me who I am. One day I will give my story, I will share my testimony. So I'm going to be somebody's for example. I am grateful for you who is watching this. And yeah, next month I am planning to be outside more. I am planning to start like walking here and there just to be, because the weather is starting to get better. When the weather gets good, I'll be going outside to the park, to the beach, to read books. I will be romanticizing my life to the extreme. I am trying and I'm working on romanticizing my life and my friendship. So that is something exciting as well. And then in a few hours, I'll be going back to TikTok. So I was saying check me out on TikTok, but don't. I feel like my TikTok is a different personality. Also, side note, on a different note, I had somebody say that my real voice and the voice I use on videos are two different voices. And that is legit. In real life, I'm a shouter. To my friends who I'm comfortable with, I shout, like I talk loudly, I'm a shouter. Here on videos, I am more calm, more composed. And that's okay. It doesn't mean I'm being inauthentic. I just know I have different personalities. But anyways, here are the YouTubers I'm currently loving.
Mpenzi karibu, ambia wazazi na shukuru, kwa njia nzuri wamekulea. Mola tusaidie, tuishi kwa upendo, mimi na wewe milele. Mpenzi usilie, mimi naapa kukupenda, moyo wangu umeamua. Mola tusaidie.
Understand that time is not a measuring tool for connections. Don't oversell the strength or importance of a connection because of how long you've known them. Sometimes it's the ones you've known for a shorter time that show up, while the familiar faces hide in the shadows.